And welcome back to the Nest. I am play-by-play announcer Ben Marraffa, joined here with Corey Baglivo for a game. First, the West Deptford boys basketball versus Audubon Green Wave. So we got a 4-6 and a 5-5 Audubon team coming in here. The Nest, the Eagles are hot. Corey, what's been looking good for the Eagles so far? What do you expect from them today?
Yeah, it feels good to get behind the mic again. I haven't commentated for the boys that much this year, but I have been keeping up with their stats. They are hot right now. They are scorching hot. Corey Ratcliffe doing a really good job. It seems like they're starting to play more as a team. Starting off the season, you saw some lack of chemistry between the new kid, Andrea Trazi, a few first-year starters, but now they're starting to figure it out. They're starting to figure out how to play with each other, and they're doing really good job.
Yeah, as we said, West Deptford's on a 3-game win streak with close wins versus Haddon Township, Clearview, and Collingswood. We haven't had boys much this year. Girls have been home a lot. Boys, believe if I looked at the schedule, they will be home a little bit more this year.
Yeah, the second half. I think they have
Corey Ratcliffe leads the team with 115 points and 101 rebounds. Cramner, 113 points, 24 assists. And listen to this, Andre Trazi, 50 assists.
Yeah, we knew that coming into this season that Andrea Trazi was a great passer. That was a scouting report.
All right, we're going to take a short break for the Pledge of Allegiance and starting lineup. National Anthem, my bad. All right, and we are back. Starting lineups were just announced for the Audubon Green Wave. We got Luke Koch, number 2, junior. Ryan Johnson, number 3, junior. Joe Slavin, number 10, junior. Caleb Eller, number 11, another junior. And finally, Azon Young, number 24, freshman. For West Defford, we got number 1, junior Zaid Majid. Number 23, junior Andrea Trazi. Number 21, junior Aiden Cramner. Number 5, junior Corey Ratcliffe. And finally, number 2, sophomore Mark Kozowski.
Yeah, looking at these starting lineups, it was something I wanted to talk about before we started the game. Now, you and I both played freshman basketball. Not a lot of familiar faces on West Defford or Audubon from that season. Very young teams.
Yeah, Audubon has one senior along with West Defford. So Corey Ratcliffe loses the tip-off. There's Caleb Eller, guarded by Zaid Majid, over to Ryan Johnston. And we do got, believe, stepped out of bounds. First turnover for Audubon.
Good defense by Andrea right there.
Yeah, I'm really excited. The boys have been getting hot here at the right time, and I'm excited to see what they have. All of their wins have been by close, as that was blocked. Here's Ryan Johnson now bringing it up. The court makes a move on Trazi, puts up the 2, is no good. Rebound, Corey Ratcliffe. He's pushing the pace. He's got numbers. Guarded by Ellers, and he puts up a 2, no good. That rebound does go out of bounds on Azon Young. Will be Eagles basketball.
Yeah, Corey Ratcliffe playing with a lot of confidence. You can already tell right off the bat, trying to push the pace, going up for a tough layup right there.
Here's Andrea Trazi now up top, trying to get in the corner, Aiden Cramner, but he cuts to the middle over to Zaid Majid, back to Aiden Cramner. Looks like we got a zone defense here from the Green Wave.
I believe their basketball team's known for that. I think they've always played a zone defense, if I can recall from when we were freshmen.
Yeah, they're really one of the true zone teams that you see on a daily basis. A lot of teams like to get in and out of it, but they mostly do stay in it. And the big thing for beating this zone defense is working the inside middle of the paint here. This is a nice screen by Corey Ratcliffe. Zaid Majid trying to drive, doesn't find anything, kicks out to Ratcliffe. Here's Trazi now looking to drive. Inside of Cramner, puts up a little 2. That is good. Aiden Cramner with the first points of the game.
And I mean, right off the bat, you can tell how comfortable we look compared to the games we played in the past. Starting off hot, getting a quick bucket there for Aiden Cramner.
Yeah, on offense, they look very calm there, trying to find that perfect shot, and they did. Now trying to lock up on defense is West Defford. Here's now Ellers for 3, no good. Rebound goes to Corey Ratcliffe. A big, strong rebound from him. Now Trazi trying to push the pace a little bit over to Cramner. Cramner now looking to drive, pulls it back out over to Trazi.
West Defford playing really good basketball right now.
And Azon Young gets a first foul call of the game. Young freshman there for the Green Wave.
I'll tell you what, I'm really excited to come back next year and watch this team as all seniors, this West Defford team. I think we're really promising. The way we're playing right now, starting to figure it out.
Yeah, the really only question mark on this team is if Andrea Trazi will stay or not. I believe he could go to another school. He could go back to Italy. We are not sure yet. Hopefully by the end of the season we will have word on that, because I think he's a very important piece here, and I think they're finally building chemistry with him in the lineup.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Ratcliffe puts a little fadeaway. That is good. Corey Ratcliffe with 2. Eagles now looking to press a little bit here. Caleb Ellers bringing up the ball. Over to Hoke. There's Azon Young. Puts up a little jump shot. That is good. Azon Young. Smooth stroke from him for an easy 2. Azon Young is just a freshman with 130 points and 15 steals.
Good size for a freshman.
Yeah, good athlete here. As you can see, 15 steals, almost steals that away from Trazi. Trazi now looking at the drive on Young, puts up a little flow. That is no good. Rebound goes to the Green Wave. And here's Ryan Johnston pushing up the pace, guarded by Cramner. Pulls it back out up top to Young. Young now fades away. Tough shot, no good. Rebound goes to Cramner. Now Aiden Cramner pushing the pace. Looks like Eagles are setting up a play here on offense. Cramner now doesn't take the 3 pass over to Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe puts up the 2, no good. Rebound goes to Young. Here's Ellers now slowing up, setting his play for the Audubon Green Wave squad. Over to Johnston. Gets foul called. That will be on Andrea Trazi, his first. Got a decent turnout of fans here over in the Nest. It's been a very electric week here. We have girls basketball gets the dominant win over Collingswood on Monday here. Yesterday we got a dominant win over Sterling. Today we're looking for boys basketball to get a win over Audubon, and tomorrow we're looking for a primetime matchup, as that's Johnson for the Easy 2. Good play by the Green Wave. Tomorrow we're looking for West Everett to take down the reigning Group 2 champs in Collingswood.
Yeah, it's going to be a really good match. West Everett promising this year with their win over Sterling yesterday. But Collingswood's always tough. Wrestling seems to be one of their primary sports over there.
Yeah, and I mean, when you're a reigning Group 2 champ, it's always going to be tough, and Collingswood, it will be that. But let's see what the boys could do tomorrow. Mark Kozowski gets it stolen away. That's Caleb Ellers for 2. Only the first turnover for West Deptford. Lack of concentration there by Mark Kozowski, who's had a really good year as a young sophomore.
Yeah, he was on the shelf a little bit with a finger injury a few games ago. For 2 games, I believe. He seems to be healing well. He's got the wrap off the finger, not playing with it today, which is promising. I saw that thing when it was bad, and it was ugly.
Yeah, I was talking to Aiden Cramner about that, and he said it was all black.
Yeah.
Luckily, he's all good, as he does miss an easy 2, goes with the right hand. Probably should have went with the left now. Here's Ryan Johnson now. Puts up a 2 and 1 for Ryan Johnson.
That's going to be Trazi again. Nope. Zaid. Foul on Zaid.
It's on Mujahid. And for Zaid, Zaid's had a pretty good year for the Eagles. Leads them in three-point shooting. Has 13 on the year as he takes a rest as Ryan Heenan, a.k.a. Heenbaum, comes in the game. Fan favorite over there.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with what Zaid's done this year. It seems like he's become a primary starter, which he wasn't at the beginning of the year, but he's got the start in the last few games. Playing with a lot of confidence, starting to figure it out like the rest of this team is.
That free throw is good for Johnston. That's his 5th point. Completes the 3-point play, and West Effort now trying to answer back, down 5. Looks like they switched the man a little bit here, or maybe I think Audubon did here.
Yeah.
Here's Trazi now looking to drive. Splits 2. Can't get it to finish. 2 early misses here for West Effort inside the paint. Ellers over 2. Believe that's Johnston. Puts up a little hezzy, now over to Young. Young being guarded by Radcliffe. Good defense by Radcliffe. He pulls it back out.
West Effort seemed to slow down a little bit after a hot start.
Yeah, it's a good point there. Here's now Caleb Ellers. Loses it, but Young gets it. Puts up a long 2, and that will be no good. Rebound goes to Trazi, now looking to finally find some points since the first couple minutes of the game. Eagles taking their time here, and I believe they have done that a lot. Eagles have been playing good this past 1 to 2 weeks here as Trazi puts up a layup and gets fouled. Trazi will be heading to the line. That foul was on Azon Young. That'll be his 2nd.
I like the take by Trazi there. At the beginning of the year, I mean, you didn't see him doing that a lot. He was looking to pass. I mean, I think the first game, I don't know if he put up a shot. And now he seems to be taking it with aggression.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a really good point. I believe that also has to do with the chemistry he's built with this team. At first, he came in, wanted to be unselfish. Teammates told him to shoot the ball, take layups, and he has been the last couple games. Kozowski takes a seat, and Majid comes back in the game. We got a loose ball here, and it will be West Effort's ball. That was off the foot of Ryan Johnston. 2nd turnover for Audubon. I think Eagles need to find a way to make this a one-possession game headed into the second quarter. There is 1 minute 49 left in the first. Both team with 2 fouls. Eagles down 5. That is stolen away. Here's Caleb Ellers. Gets fouled but can't finish. That foul will be on Ryan Heenan. It'll be only Heenbaum's first foul. First free throw is good. Now, Audubon, they're definitely a tough team. They're 5-5, 2-3 in the Colonial Patriot Division. Coach Brian O'Donnell has done a really good job with these boys. A young team, a good, promising young freshman here in Azon Young, who leads the team in points and steals, as the second free throw is missed by Johnston.
Yeah, Audubon's scrappy in every sport, I think. I know they're very good at boys soccer. We've competed with them over the past few years. Baseball, very good team.
Corey Radcliffe puts up a tough fadeaway shot. That is no good. Here's Johnson now over to Ehlers. Here's Ehlers for three, and he hits it. Ehlers with 6 points, first three of the game. Audubon up to a 13-4 lead. Here's now Johnson, who pokes it away off of Aiden Cranmer, puts up a little two, and is good. Turnover problems here early on for West Effort, and Coach McEwen calls a timeout. Audubon gaining momentum here, down 15-4.
Yeah, switching to a man defense was the best thing Audubon could have done. West Effort just struggling to beat it. They were in zone. We looked really comfortable on offense, and now we can't get anything going.
Yeah, they kind of fooled West Effort a little bit. I believe the first two possessions of the game, they came out in zone defense and switched to man, and they're getting a lot of turnovers. It's really been a two-man show between Caleb Ehlers with 6 and Ryan Johnson with 7. Caleb Ehlers does have 89 points and 41 assists on the year. It's really a good overall around scoring team. It's really between Ryan Johnston, Azon Young, and Caleb Ehlers. 3-man game there for Audubon, all with 100 points.
Yeah, and you can see the pressure being applied by Ryan Johnson at the top of the key. West Effort is trying to beat that man defense. Audubon is known for their zone defense. They are notorious for that, but man seems to be working right now.
Yeah, and one thing I do notice with the Eagles is a lack of energy on the bench. I like to see more energy from the bench. They're all kind of like sitting there fixing their pants. I want to see them up in the game, clapping for their teammates like they usually do. Just gain a little bit more momentum. Because right now they're down 11 early, and they can't afford to lose this game after on a 3-game win streak. They need to show the basketball world as Trazi gets a charge call. That'll be Trazi's second. A little bit of foul trouble in the first for him. But this is a really big game, I believe, for West Effort. They need to show the high school basketball in New Jersey that they are for real and they can play with these other good teams.
Yeah, Andrea unhappy with that call.
I thought it was a good call.
Yeah, so do I.
The defender set his feet. Trazi went right into him. A little frustrated on him, down 11 early. He heads out with foul trouble. Here's Azon Young. 2 is good. 2 really good plays by Audubon. Gets them 2 easy points here in the first. Eagles down 13 here. There's Ryan Heenan now guarded by Young. Over to Corey, doesn't look it in, but he gets it back. Over to Cranmer, dangerous pass. Puts up a fadeaway. Almost good, but he can't get it to fall. End of the first, 17-4 Audubon. We are going to take a short 2-minute break as the winner cheerleading squad does take the court. Thank you, cheerleaders. They will be back out in this game. A very bad start to this game. Eagles down 13. What went wrong for the Eagles, and what do they need to do better here to start the second?
Yeah, I think we have to give credit where credit's due. I mean, we were both shocked and looked at each other when Audubon started going on a little bit of a run. Just because the way they started out so slow and then just caught fire at the right time. Seems like the last 4 minutes of the first quarter was all Audubon basketball. One thing I don't like about West Effort is we don't take any threes. We don't have any shooters on our team. You do have good height in Radcliffe, Cramner, and Trazi, but when you can't find a way to the basket with those 3, I think you have to look to the 3-point game and start putting up some shots.
Yeah, my biggest thing is they got to change momentum, get it onto their side. Audubon is playing with a lot of momentum. West Effort did miss a couple easy layups. They should have about 6 more points here with missed layups. Now here's Aiden Cranmer, nice spin move, try to get a start. It does get fouled. A good take by him. Good way to start the second, but it just seems like a lack of energy. I mean, you're on a 3-game win streak. You need to keep building off of that. And then the whole team just needs to be more energized.
I agree, and I feel like this is a part of the game that we need to win tonight is on the free throw line.
That'll be Ryan Johnson's first foul as Cranmer heads to the line. The first free throw is up and is good for Cranmer, his 3rd point of the game. Very promising junior here for West Effort, trying to play collegiate basketball. I had a conversation about that the other day. And he does hit the second. Perfect, 2 for 2 from the line from Aiden Cranmer.
And here we go, West Effort going to their press, their full-court press, trying to stop this Audubon offense.
Smart move, but Mark Kozowski does end up getting a foul call. He did trip Ryan Johnston. That'll be Kozowski's first. West Effort does have 4 fouls here early in the second. Smart move, though, to change the press. I mean, you're down 11. You do need to switch something up, but that will be on the floor foul. So Audubon is under the basket.
Oh, got lucky on that one.
Yeah, it was a loose ball picked up by Johnson. Luckily, it's a miss. I'm not sure who that is. I believe that's Joe Slavin somehow picked it up. Aiden Cranmer loses it. Now Ryan Johnson gets it back over to Azon Young. Azon Young for 3. Misses. Ratcliffe finally with a rebound. Big time rebound by Corey Ratcliffe. Now here's West Effort pushing the pace. Zay Majid for 3. Short. Tipped around. Heenan picks it up. Slowing it down now is Aiden Cranmer.
That's what I want to see, though. I want to see Zay take those shots. Leads the team in threes. Let him build up that confidence.
Now Aiden Cranmer looking to drive, puts up a 2. That is good. Aiden Cranmer is heating up with 6 points for West Effort. West Effort still looking to press here. I believe they did call a kick ball by Aiden. Still Audubon's ball. Trazi comes back in the game for Ryan Heenan. Good minutes there from Heenbaum. Getting some offensive boards.
Yeah, I'm impressed with what Ryan's been able to do after not playing for 2 years, coming back and knowing his role.
Azon Young with an easy layup. I'm not sure what Corey Ratcliffe was doing there. He was double guarded. Does put up a nice easy 2. He's got that length. I believe it looks like he could almost dunk.
I wouldn't doubt it.
There's Corey Ratcliffe now putting a fadeaway 2 and is good. Ratcliffe 4 points on the game, cuts the lead down to 9. Got a 1-2-2 defense coming from West Effort trying to trap here. Aiden Cranmer does tip it away, ends up saving it. That should be a travel call. No call there. Good ball move. Here's Caleb Ellers for a 3. That is no good. And we got an over-the-back call on Joe Slavin. That'll be his first. Was a missed call there by the referee. I believe it was Hoke who did travel with the ball.
Yeah, Coach McEwen not happy with the missed call there, but at the end it all works out. So,
all right, here's Aiden Cranmer. 5:49 left in the second. Guarded by Johnson, puts a little spin move, kicks it back out to Majahid. Majahid now dribbling in it. Looks like we got a little play set up. To the little dunker spot is Corey Ratcliffe back to Aiden Cranmer. Aiden Cranmer up top to Zay Majahid. Nothing here for West Effort so far, but they are moving the ball around. Here's Trazi now to the basket. Pulls out. Mark Kozowski for 3. Little to the left, and that will be out of bounds. Audubon's ball.
Good play, though. Got an open look for Marker there.
Yeah, West Effort was very patient there. And we do have a foul. Andrea Trazi comes out with 2 fouls. Ryan Heenan back in the game. We got a 2-1-2 now press from West Effort. Here's Hoke with the ball over to Ryan Johnston. Throws it up to Slavin. He is trapped underneath the basket. We end up getting a foul call. Believe it will be on Ryan Heenan. Ryan Heenan a little bit frustrated there. So West Effort a little bit of foul trouble with Trazi and Heenan both with 2. Ball thrown up in the middle. Slavin gets blocked. That will be out of bounds on Radcliffe. Audubon ball. Here's Ellers now inbounding. Inside to Young. A little spacing problems for Audubon. Good defense by West Effort, and we do got a foul on Zayd Mujahid. He's got 2 now, so 3 players for West Effort, all guards with 2 fouls.
1 away from the bonus.
I believe we do have a 1-on-1.
We are in the bonus. My apologies.
Yeah, West Effort just using their hands a little bit too much. Got to move their feet a little bit. This is Ellers for the 1-and-1. Good first half for him so far. Does end up missing the free throw. Trazi with the board. Guarded by Young. Trying to set up a play here. 4:48 left in the second. Inside to Markazowski. He puts up a layup. No good. Gets his own rebound. Puts up a 2. No good. Aiden ends up getting the rebound now. Here's Cramner. Little floater. No good. Finally, it's picked up by Taylor Ellers. West Effort struggling inside the paint here. On a Wednesday night, down 9. Here's Hoka up top, now over to Eller. Over to Johnston. Johnston looking to drive over to Hoke. Back to Ellers. Here's now Eller driving over to Young. Young fakes, pulls up a little jumper. Short, picked up by Radcliffe.
Good defense on that possession by West Effort.
Good ball movement here is Aiden Cramner. Looks to drive. Puts up a tough 2 and is good. Aiden Cramner has been all over the offensive floor here for West Effort. He does have 8 points.
And when he's taking the ball to the net like that with confidence, that's when he's really good.
And I mean, West Effort hasn't had their best game. They're only down 7. Audubon's playing pretty good. Slow down here. So here's Ryan Johnson for 3, and he buries it. Second 3 of the game for the Green Wave. I'm really impressed with Audubon right now. As soon as it seems like West Effort gets a speck of momentum, as here's Young now with the stolen pass. Easy layup, misses. Ellers gets the board, and he misses. Foul will be on Trazi. That's his 3rd. Not looking good there for Andrea Trazi, in a little bit of foul trouble. But it seems like as soon as West Effort does make an easy basket, Audubon answers right back, so they're doing a good job of shutting down any speck of momentum that West Effort is having. And we're looking on the bench, and it looks like we have a little bit of frustration here from the coaching staff, from the players. A lot of fouls being called on West Effort. Here's Ellers at the line. Misses. It's his 3rd miss from the free throw line. Zayd Majad comes in for Trazi. It's really been 3 main scorers for Audubon. Ryan Johnston, Caleb Eller, and Azon Young all have points. Free throw is finally hit by Eller. 50% from the line for Audubon, 3 for 6 to start the game. So we just got the girls basketball team coming in. Believe they did win against the Green Wave. Here's Majad for 2. Short, rebound goes to Young. Young pushing the pace, guarded by Majad. Here's Radcliffe now, tips it away. Ellers gets it, moves it over to Young. Young loses the dribble, stolen by Heenan. Over to Cramner. West Effort's got to get it down to single digits here with 2:39 left in the second. Ryan Heenan over to Radcliffe. Back over to Aiden Cramner. Aiden Cramner trying to do some work, does a spin move, puts up 2. Gets an and 1. Aiden Cramner head of the line for a free throw. Aiden Cramner having a great night so far. Does have 10. That foul will be on Ryan Johnson, his 2nd.
Audubon making their first sub.
Yeah, Young heads to the bench, taking a rest.
This will be Andrew Trow for Audubon subbing in.
Free throw is hit for Cramner. All right, see what Audubon does here with Eller up top. Moves over to Johnston. Over to Trow. Inside to Slavin, over to Hoke. There's Ryan Johnston for three, and he buries it. West Defford 50%, or excuse me, Audubon 50% from three here in the first half. Ryan Johnson having a heck of a night so far. That two is no good by Ryan Heenan. Rebound does go to Audubon. Here's Eller now pushing the pace. Two is contested, is no good. Ball is batted around. Ryan Heenan ends up diving on the ground, and we will have a jump ball.
Audubon will maintain possession.
Azon checks in the game. Trout will take a seat. Short 30 seconds for him. There's Eller up top, tipped away by Ratcliffe. Hoke gets it, wide open layup, good. The junior, number 2, Luke Hoke with his first points. Not looking good here for West Defford, down 13.
West Defford seeming to play a little bit better, settling in, coming into the second quarter. But just Audubon answering again at the end of the quarter.
If they get 4 points, just get it to single digits. I still like their chances in the second half. But they do turn it over, backcourt violation on Cranmer. Eller will be inbounding right in front of us. Minute 4 left in the second quarter. Here's Hoke now over to Eller. Slowing it down a little bit is the green wave. Over to Hoke. Hoke now driving. Here's Johnston for three again. Misses. Slavin gets the board but gets blocked. Here's now Eden Cranmer. Guarded by Johnson over to Mark Kozowski. Maybe gets away with a travel call. Mujahid inside to Ratcliffe. Loose ball. Turnover. Picked up by Young. Finally, it's picked up by Slavin. And Eller slowing it down. Maybe they get the last shot with 25 seconds left.
Yeah, Audubon looking to save possession for the last shot.
Yeah, you got 10 seconds, 9. Now find it. Eller attacks the basket, puts up a 2, no good. Rebound goes to Ratcliffe. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Ratcliffe taking the course, puts up 2, puts up a wide layup, and is no good. That'll be the first half. Coach is wanting a foul. 28-15, Audubon leading West Defford. A very bad first half for West Defford coming off of a 3-game win streak. And I think West Defford did get away from their fundamentals here. They're in foul trouble with 3 players with Majaya, Trazi, and Heenan. Hayden Cranmer's really been carrying the load on offense. He does have 11 points. Ryan Johnston has about 13, 14 points. I'll tally it up at halftime, let you all know. Eller, Young, all with points. Audubon just playing a better overall game. We will be taking a short break, as here is the winter cheerleading squad.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for the second half of this matchup between your West Effort boys basketball team versus the Audubon Green Wave. Ben, give me your thoughts on the first half of play.
Yeah, West Effort struggling here early on. A couple turnovers. They got 6 turnovers. They're lacking a lot of energy here. They're not playing fundamental basketball. They're fouling a lot. They got Majai, Trazi, Heenan in foul trouble. And on offense, it's just been all Aiden Cramner. He does have 11 points for the Eagles. They haven't made a 3, only shot 3, so they're 0 for 3 from the 3-point line. For the Green Wave, it's really been all Ryan Johnston with 13 points. Ellers has 7, and we got 6 from Young. Hoke has 2. They just played an overall clean, better game, and they're 5-5, so they're a good team sitting right around 500. But West Effort coming off, like we said, like a lot of times, they're coming off a win streak, and they're just not playing with a lot of energy, a lot of focus as they were during that win streak.
Yeah, I completely agree. West Effort seeming from earlier games to be good in the second half. They come out at halftime pretty hot. Down 13 going into the second half of play here. You got to look to get good looks inside, get to the free throw line. I said earlier in the game, I believe this game can be won at the free throw line. Audubon not that good of a free throw shooting team, but they do have Ryan Johnson, who is good from three-point land. He has sunk a few threes. Look to maybe press him a little bit, play some man, and face guard him, because he seems to be their only form of offense. And just try to get to the line.
Yeah, to add on to the free throws, they've shot 50% in the first half. That is Audubon. But West Effort's missed a lot of layups here early on, and it should be about an 8-9 point game. If they did make some of those layups, Radcliffe, Trazi, and Cramner all missed one. But let's see what West Effort does out of the half. Here's Trazi inbounding to Aiden Cramner, guarded by Johnston. West Effort will be shooting at their own basket to start the second half. Here's Trazi, guarded by Young. Looks like a little frustration between Cramner.
West Effort trying to run their offense and just seems to be struggling a little bit.
Here's Radcliffe with the 2. Don't see that often. That is no good. Rebound goes to Hoke. Not a bad shot.
No, I don't mind that at all. It was a good take. He was open. He had space.
Here's Johnston. He's been the main man. Now Young, the young freshman. The 2 is good from Young. Make that 8 points for Azon Young. Looks like Audubon's got a bright future for the young freshman. The past couple games, I believe Clearview had a really good freshman who led their team in scoring. Young leads their team in scoring. So we've seen a lot of good. West Effort has seen a lot of good young freshmen. Here's Kozlowski. No good. Fighting to get his own board. Doesn't get it. Johnson now pushing the pace. Here's the junior. Passes over to the freshman, Azon Young. Puts up a 2 and is good. He comes out. Gets 4 straight points.
That's smart by Andrea there. Just put your arms up and not leave your feet. Not get a foul call, but, Azon Young showing a ton of potential here.
Yeah, and for Audubon, it's just been another work day for them. Put up 32 points here with 6 minutes left in the third. Here's Cramner, gets blocked by Johnson, and it's been all Audubon today. But West Effort will maintain possession.
Yeah, it seems just like Audubon's 1-2 punch between Ryan Johnson and Azon Young is just super dominant. Both underclassmen, freshman and a junior, will be back next year. But they're quick, they got length, they can both shoot, they can both drive, all-around basketball players.
Yeah, and you really don't hear that from Audubon much. Audubon has been an average basketball team, I would say, over the years. They haven't been great, they haven't been spectacular, but they do look like they got a really good future with those players. Here's Cramner now for 3, way too long.
Back in their 2-3 zone as well.
Yeah, West Effort luckily to get the rebound. Here's Kozlowski now over the quarter to Zaid.
And this is what Audubon's comfortable in. They have a decent lead. They're in their zone. What a take by Trazi.
Trazi putting on a show here in the third and gets fouled. He will, believe, headed to the line for 2.
Yeah, great move by Trazi there.
That will be on Caleb Eller, his first. He will be headed to the line, is Trazi for 2.
Trazi's 0 for 3 from the line tonight.
Yeah, he is struggling here. For 4. He does miss 4.
Great job by Mark Kozowski there. Great hustle by the underclassmen. That'll be Luke Holk's first foul.
All right, let's see what West Effort do getting another chance with the ball here. Trozzi inside to Cramner. Great pass. Puts up a 2. 2 air balls straight from Cramner. A little rough to start the third quarter.
He's got to settle in a little bit.
Yeah, that's why Trozzi does have 50 assists, as you saw the dime he just put on Cramner.
Very tight window.
Here's another good dime. Johnson with a great backdoor cut. Puts a little 2. No good. Trozzi with the board. Over to Zay Majad trying to push the pace. Smart decision. Here's 3. Big 3 coming, and he hits it. Zaid Majahid with 14 threes on the year. First three of the game for the Eagles, and Audubon decides to call a timeout.
Also have to mention that's another assist for Andrea Trozzi right there.
That'll be just a 30-second timeout, and as you can see, Coach Brian O'Donnell is not happy with his squad, telling them to wake up West Everett. Let's see if they can gain some momentum after that three-point shot here.
And that's what we were talking about earlier with Zaid from beyond the arc. If you let him build up some confidence, let him get hot, I mean, that can be set up a few plays where he gets open from beyond the arc. That can put you back in this game. Another thing I would like to mention is the media that high school sports are bringing now. You see three cameramen, with Colin Conway, shout out to him, and shout out, stolen by West Effort.
Here's Kozowski, double dribbles, carries,
And I would also like to shout out Tyrone Oden, both students at West Effort.
We also do have a young gentleman who's been right next to us shooting cameras. I believe he is for the yearbook, as both teams did get team pictures.
Yep, under the West Effort basket right now. Should be on your screen. Heads up.
Well, that is almost our way.
I would have caught it.
Here's now Young for 3. Buries it. Young with 13. Yeah, let's just talk about the media real fast. I mean, it's been insane for all sports. You got NJ.com. You got New Jersey Sports Zone.
Yeah, NJ Gridiron, D2 Sports Network, doing a great job of high school sports. And not to mention WDTV 08.
Yeah, right here in the nest, your very own West Effort production crew.
Shout out to Mr. Kirshner and what he does for our student athletes.
Yeah, that foul was on Slaveland.
Lifelong lasting memories. We'll be able to go back and watch our high school games, maybe show our children someday. Yeah, and the importance of the media is you get noticed by scouts, recruiters, but most importantly, I know Mr. Kirsch does this a lot. He has a bunch of tapes. You get to go back and watch your highlights when you're in high school. Exactly.
I mean, there's nothing better than showing your kids 20 years down the line.
Yeah, and also something, good take by Radcliffe there. Also something that our live streams do, and also shout out to Sterling's live streams, Channel 19. They do a great job over there as well. It gives people who can't travel to the games the chance to watch. Maybe grandparents, relatives that live far away. So the social media platforms have done for high school sports is really impressive.
Johnston with a nice 2. Good offensive set there by Audubon. Also, it gives people like me and you, and Jake Hartman joins us, Dan, Luke Laxton, Joey Socorro, Dan Marraffa, all those guys, broadcasting experience, production experience, which obviously helps at the next level if they want to take that as their careers.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've made a ton of memories by doing this.
Yeah, we've been doing this for 2 years in total.
3. I've been doing it for 3.
You've been doing it for 3. I've been doing it for 2. Lax has been doing it for about 4 years.
Yeah, he's...
Nice 2 from Kozowski.
Yeah, Luke Laxton is, the man that makes it all possible. When Kirsch can't come, it's his show. He brings down the card. He sets everything up. He knows what he's doing.
There's now Young. Puts up a 2, and that is good for Young. Make that 15 for Young. I wish Luke was here because I wish we could do like a little interview segment. But he is at a family dinner. Shout out to Luke Laxton. Here's Cramner now fading away. No good.
Luke also up. 3 for Cramner.
Banks.
Off the bank.
Did he call it? It doesn't matter.
Open. Bank is open. Big 3 for the Eagles right there.
Yeah, and as we were talking about this production, West Effort cutting the lead down to 14.
Yeah, Luke Laxton, as I was saying, also a multi-sport athlete with us. Another good thing that this live stream production crew can do is give other athletes a chance to talk about their student, their classmates and stuff like that, that you might play other sports with.
Yeah, and I mean, it gives them a shot to give their opinion on views on how the high school world of sports operates. The student body, they get to critique, do better. But no, it's been a really fun experience, especially the last 2 years been doing this. Obviously, all you guys, I mean, I play sports with all you guys every day. Nothing better than get to call a basketball game. I mean, that's what you do as kids. You get to watch basketball games. Nothing better than calling it with your high school buddies.
And you also get to hear personal connections that you create outside of sports. You get to hear about how these kids operate in the classroom and what they talk about, how they prepare for a game. So it's special what we got going here.
Yeah, one of my favorite things as being an announcer for the basketball games the last 2 years is I get people to come up to me and they talk to me about the high school teams, how they're doing, what they need to better on. I just had a conversation with Prez, Coach DiLorenzo, also known as Mr. D, middle school teacher. I know Kershaw always texts me after every game. It's just really nice to talk about something different. I get like a second-hand point of view as Johnson puts up a three. That is no good. Rebound goes to Zayd Majid. 4 for 9 from the three-point line for the Green Wave. Radcliffe gets blocked. Caleb Ellers with the rebound, guarded by Cranmer. He's getting trapped. Pass over to Johnson, back over to Young. Young to Hoke. Over to Eller, slowing it down a little bit.
Yeah, both teams playing very fast right there for that short span.
Now, I believe I heard a rip call as Johnson takes a three and he does not hit it. Slavin gets the rebound. Joe Slavin with the first points, but I heard a rip call, which is a play for Audubon. I believe West Effort has the same exact play because I always hear them call it. I believe it's like a triangle theory where they pass, cut. It's a lot of pass and cutting. As Zayd Majid gets blocked, there's Johnson now. Eagles down 16, a minute, 56 left.
Yeah, West Effort has been running that play, I think, since we were on the team as underclassmen.
Here's Cranmer now, tips it away. Fifth turner for Audubon. Aiden Cranmer with the 2, having himself a game. 16 points for Aiden Cranmer. West Effort's whole team's been pretty silent, but Cranmer has 16 points along with Radcliffe 6. That will be a turnover on Audubon. Back-to-back possessions for Audubon with the turnover. West Effort basketball. Got a 14-point lead again. Bring this down to a 10-point lead. Get 4 more points for West Effort in the last minute 30. I think you're set there for the fourth quarter.
West Effort has played pretty well in the fourth quarter. If you use the momentum of your 3-game win streak, I think you have a chance.
Cranmer does get fouled. Good take for him, and he is cooking here in the third quarter.
Yeah, we talk about a slow start in the third quarter here. He started off with 2 air balls. It's a great way to respond for him. Taking the ball to the net with some confidence, getting some foul calls.
Yeah, Joe Slavin, 3rd foul call on him. Looks like Heenbaum will be checking in the game soon. After the first free throw, Cranmer gets 2 at the line. Free throw is good. It's a nothing but net for Cranmer. Now Trozzi heads to the bench. Heenbaum comes in the game for a little bit of defense here. Second free throw upcoming and is good. Cranmer doesn't hit the rim at all there. Sinks both of them. Make that 18 for Cranmer.
I think he's perfect from the line tonight, right?
Believe so. The only misses came from Trozzi. He is 0 for 4 from the line. A little struggling at the line today. Majid tries to steal it. Good help defense by Cranmer. Now here's Hoke. They pull it back out with 59 seconds left. Eagles down 12. Good play call. Cranmer with the block. That will be out of bounds on Audubon. That will be West Effort's ball. Big turnover events. It looks like Ellers had a wide open layup, but Cranmer comes out of nowhere and blocks it.
Yeah, you got to emphasize off of that right now. You got to score, cut this lead to at least 10 before the last quarter.
Here's Majad over to Ryan Heenan. What can Heenan do? Puts up a nice move, but over to Ratcliffe. Looks like we have a kick ball, no call. Should be West Effort ball. Good look inside by Ratcliffe, but the referee should have called a kick ball. It clearly hit off the Audubon player's foot as the trajectory of the ball obviously changed. Now here's Ryan Heenan in the corner, passes up to Mujahid. Over the corner to Cramner, 31 seconds left. Inside to Kozlowski. Gets blocked, gets his own board back, dribbles, picks it up, and just turns it over. A bad possession there by the Eagles. Even if Kozlowski didn't get blocked, I don't think he was making that shot. He was really underneath the basket there. Just a bad overall possession by Kozlowski. Eller over to Johnston. Eller looking to drive. Passes inside. Now back, puts up a 2. Bounces around, no good. Ratcliffe with the rebound. 1 second. Cramner puts up a prayer. No good. Cramner's been coming close.
Yeah.
From full court, half court shots.
That's something you work on at Riverwinds when you're bored. I remember doing that when I was younger.
All right, so West Effort down 12. We said if they get it down 10. But, I mean, 12 is still very doable. We're going to take a short 1-minute break, as, again, is the West Effort Winter Cheerleading Squad. Great job, cheerleaders. I believe that will be the last time we will see them tonight. They do a very good job.
Yeah, great job by them tonight. Another thing I would like to mention, since we've been talking about West Effort, the student body a lot tonight, is the managers our sports team bring. We always get good managers. Shout out to Maddie Mazoka over there. I know she always helps you out with the lineups.
4-year manager, I believe.
Yeah, always helps you out with the lineups and stuff. Very good at what they do. Wrestling has good managers. Baseball had good managers last year. So
every sport, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Manny Mazoka. I keep stats my own, but sometimes, mess up. Calling the action I see, so I go over there, check the scores, the scorecard. So shout out to her.
Yeah, West Effort just extremely close to each other overall. All the sports teams seem like they root for one another. Another packed house here tonight. But wrestling last night, the place was shaking. I'm assuming it's going to be like that tomorrow. So,
yeah, got a very important match tomorrow as we are trying to take down the Group 2 defending champs, Collingswood Panthers. Team led by Talent Taranoni and Catano Cole Dubois as Ellers takes a 2. That is good. Eller with 9 points. Been the ball handler for Audubon. Jay tried trying to make something happen on Azon Young. Haven't heard his name in a while. As Cramner puts up a 2, no good. Rebound goes to Johnston. Pushes it up to Young. Young puts a little 2, fades away, no good. Eller with the rebound, gets fouled. He will be heading back to the line. He's been at the line a lot tonight. Majad's 3rd, Trazi has 3, and Heenan has 2. So again, foul trouble for the Eagles. All right, let's see what Caleb Ellers does at the line with 2 free throws. Sinks the first one. Again, I liked every game. I like to shout out the cameraman and the whole crew. Shout out to Dan Marraffa on the camera tonight. One for 2 goes Ellers. Kozlowski gets the board. Cramner looking to push. Now Trazi takes control of the point guard role. Back over to Cramner. Aiden Cramner trying to make something happen. Pass over to Trazi. Over to Corey Ratcliffe. Believe will be able to foul on Joe Slavin. That'll be his fourth. Some foul trouble for Audubon as well as Joe Lavin has fourth. West Effort will be inbounding from underneath the net.
Good aggressive take there by Ratcliffe. Taking it to the basket. Physical.
Yeah, let's see if West Effort scores here. A three would be clutch as Aiden Craner takes one in short.
He knew it right away, too. You could hear him.
Yeah, it was contested. I believe you did have two guys on him. Coach McEwen now wanting a timeout. We'll be taking a full timeout, trying to talk it over. Eagles down 15, 6:30 left in the fourth quarter.
If you're Coach McEwen here, what are you trying to do? Set up a three or just try to get to the basket?
You're down 15. I would set up a play, me personally, where there's a lot of rolling to the net. But if you get an open three, like keep moving the ball around the three-point line, the perimeter. If you get a shot, if you get a three, take it. If you get an easy layup for two, take that. Just take any points. You're down 15. But yeah, so personally, I would draw a play where you inbound it to Cramner. Cramner passes it to the corner. Maybe Cramner cuts to the basket. And if, say, you got Zay Majid in the corner, if he's open, take it three. If Cramner cuts and gets open, he shoots it. But either way, you need points coming out of this possession, especially after a timeout was called. I'll give you a little scorecard update. Majid has 3. Cramner, 18. Heck of a night for him. Ratcliffe, 6. Kozowski, 2. 8 turnovers for West Effort. Free throw line. They've shot 6 for 10. Trazi with all 4 misses. 3-point shooting, 2 for 7. Majid, 3 fouls. Trazi, 3 fouls. Heenan, 2 fouls. Kozowski, 1. And for the Green Wave, Hoke, 2. 15 from Johnston. 2 from Slavin. Eller, 10. 15 from Young. 7 turnovers for them. 4 for 8 from the free throw line. 3-point shooting, 4 for 10. Hoke has 1 foul. Johnston, 2. Slavin, 4. Eller, 1. And Young, 2. All right, here's Zay Majid coming over. Being guarded by Hoke. Pass it over to Trazi. Gets tipped away right in front of us. Majid picks it up. Back over to Trazi. Zay Majid takes a hard fall. We got a travel call. Make that 9 turnovers for West Effort. Majid took a tough fall into the bleachers.
Yeah, that's really the first call I didn't like from the officiating crew tonight. But like we say every time, they come out there, they come out here, they do their best.
Yes, I did not get to see that 3. I saw Majid take a fall into the bleachers, making sure he was right, and thankfully he is. Help with the fan. Here's Johnson now breaking the press over to Young. Young doesn't shoot the 3, pulls back, kicks it over to Eller.
Yeah, Kozowski took a weird shuffle step on that last possession that, I mean, I didn't really think it was a trap. I didn't think he had possession of the ball before he took that second step, but.
All right, here's Ellers now. Audubon taking their time. Here's Young over to Slavin. Slavin with 4 fouls. Now over to Johnston. Johnston fades away. Tough 2. Buries. 17 for Ryan Johnston. Zay Majid now looking for something here. Push it over to Cramner. Over to Kozowski. Kozowski shoots a 3. Misses. Not a great offensive night from Mark Kozowski. He's had some really good games in the past. Struggling here for the Eagles. And he does get called for a second foul. Haven't had much substitutions this game either from either team.
No. I mean, you've seen West Effort sub a little bit in foul trouble, but
really the only player who's come off the bench is Heenan. He's, I believe, the only player who's played. There's a lot of young guys on that bench. You got Senators, a sophomore, Cobb, freshman. Got Williams, I believe he's either a sophomore or freshman. Here's Hoke for 3. Short. Trazi gets a board over to Ratcliffe. Puts up a 2. That is good. Corey Ratcliffe with his 8th point.
Ratcliffe also has a handful of rebounds tonight.
Yeah, he is the true big for West Effort. Doesn't really shoot much outside the paint. Here's Ellers now looking to drive. Tipped away by Majid over to Trazi. Foul on Hoke. That'll be his second. Coach McEwen a little frustrated on that foul call by Audubon. Looks like Coach Brian O'Donnell wants his second timeout called. Only be a 30-second timeout, so we'll be in action soon. They do have 3 timeouts remaining. So talk about the upcoming schedule. Thursday, we do have a short week in school, no school Friday for in-service day. I believe Monday is MLK Day.
I believe so, yep.
Yep, and then I believe Thursday, again, wrestling match. It is a whiteout for the fans who do like to dress up to the themes. So make sure you come out and support your West Defford wrestling team for a whiteout versus the Panthers, a big match. On Saturday, you got 11:30, girls basketball versus Bishop Eustis. It will be me and athletic director, Mr. Morrell, on the mic.
I believe we will be going with the full production crew tomorrow for the wrestling match.
You know who's on the mic for that?
I'm not sure. I know Mr. Coach Morrell had to hop on to replace Coach Heron, who does a great job with the scoreboard, but I know he couldn't hop on the mic, so we went with good take by Ratcliffe right there. Gets another 2.
Yeah, I assume it's either going to be Mr. Morrell, Mr. Craig, Mr. Lane, Mr. Scrotto, one of them. They all do a great job.
Yeah,
they've all had
really
experience
good
with that. As I believe that's Johnson for 2, make that 19. Yeah, I know I had this conversation with Kirsch, and I was like, yeah, let them do wrestling. I don't know much about it. I love watching, plus I like to be in the student section a little bit. But let all them guys who've had experience know what they're talking about do it.
Yeah.
So shout out to those guys. West Defford turns the ball over, make that 10 turnovers. Coach McEwen on that Traz getting really frustrated here.
Yeah, and I had the opportunity to do the virtual scoreboard last night for the wrestling match, and I was sitting there and I kept saying how much I wish I knew this sport because it's so entertaining to watch, and I'm sure it would be so entertaining to commentate as well.
Yeah, when they played Sterling, it was a really entertaining match. West Defford ended up dominating 61, I believe, to 5, so it wasn't like it wasn't back and forth, but I do remember Paulsboro early on as Trozzy gets the steal over to Cramner. Good pass from him. Cramner for 2, gets it poked away by Johnson. Good defense. West Defford's ball. But it wasn't like a much back and forth match. I mean, momentum was just on West Defford, and they kept it. But hopefully tomorrow it's back and forth. Like I did go to the Paulsboro match. That was the beginning. Was very close, and it was back and forth. Had a really fun time there. There's Ratcliffe for 2. Ball gets stuck. What haven't you seen?
Something you don't see often.
Like I said, you see something new. You learn something new every day. Ratcliffe has the hops to get it down. So if it does get stuck, it will be a jump ball. And West Defford does have possession now, as they did have the possession of the jump ball.
And that's another thing I want to mention is Corey Ratcliffe's athleticism. He was not. I mean, when you have a dad who's a 1,000-point scorer for West Defford, and he'll be going to the line again, speaking of him, and a brother that's also a 1,000-point scorer, there's an expectation held in the family, and he was not an athletic kid as a freshman and sophomore, and I'm close enough to Corey to where that won't offend him, but the growth he has made from his sophomore year to his junior year is unbelievable. I heard he dunked in the scrimmage, and I truly could not believe it. And then I watched him. He hit a growth spurt. He got a little thinner. He got super strong lifting for football. He ended up having to play left tackle for us because of an injury to our starter. And he was not a big kid, but he's an extremely good teammate, extremely good kid. He's on our leadership council for football, and also turning out to be a very good basketball player as our leading scorer and also our leading rebounder.
Yeah, I'm going to add on, but quick side note real fast. Joe Slavin did get fouled out. Looks like Finn King in the game for the first time. I got to be really up close and personal with Corey Ratcliffe. I did play the same positions, both offense and defense, with him. So for my last 2 years, I got to really know him, get to really spend some time with him, and he did. He's really he sacrifices for the team. He's really made tremendous strides, especially with his height, strength, especially in the weight room. Does a great job as he gets his 11th point. Does a really good job. Very smart kid. Very involved. I believe he's on student council for his grade.
Member of the National Honor Society.
Member of the NHS with us. He does miss that free throw. Rebound goes Audubon. But yeah, I remember him coming in with glasses. Not really big, a little chubby. Now he's just built. tall, strong, has hops, does it all. A three-sport athlete with golf, basketball, and football.
I mean, I think the only thing he really doesn't do is shoot. He can do everything else. He plays really good defense.
That will be a turnover on Audubon as a 5-second violation does get called.
He seems to be the heart of this team this year.
Yeah, him and Cramner offensively have only been the really two true consistent players. He does have 11, Ratcliffe, and Cramner does have 18. Here's Trozzi inside of Ratcliffe. Fades away, short, no good. Rebound goes to Young. 2 minutes left, Eagles down 14. Will be a foul call, I believe, on Aiden Cramner. Maybe a little frustration foul.
And if you look at the stats, you also got to give credit to Andrea Trozzi, first-year guy. And he's the man behind the scenes that make it all happen. He pretty much, as Coach Dixon would say, this is his quote, he makes the play without making the play. He's the one that gets Ratcliffe and Cramner the ball, and he does a great job at it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Trozzi does have a little problem with scoring-wise, but he does play really hard on defense. And we do got a timeout called by Audubon, but he also does a great job making his teammates make plays. He makes the plays. So he's like, I know Coach Morrell says this a lot about offensive linemen. They're not in the newspapers. And Trozzi, another guy, he won't be in the newspaper. He does the dirty work for his teammates, so his teammates can get in the newspaper, so they can shine.
Right, you're not going to see the offensive linemen in the stat sheets at the end of the game, but the mentality they have is team first, and that's basically exactly what you said. Andrea Trozzi has that same mindset. He's looking to get his teammates opportunities under the basket.
Yeah, and the sports, football, basketball, soccer, field hockey, all these other sports, they're the ultimate team sports. And if you want to be good in any sport, you just have to have those guys who do the dirty work so their other teammates can shine. And Andrea Trozzi is one of those.
Yeah, one thing that Coach Morrell loves to talk about is trust. That was kind of our building blocks in football. That's what we based.
Trust the guy next to you.
Yeah, that's what we based our team off of. And Andrea Trozzi, it looks like trusts his teammates by feeding them the ball, not taking shots himself, but he's trying to feed his teammates and give them the opportunities because he knows that's what he does best. Yeah,
I'm sure Coach Morrell might be on the mic tomorrow. He will be on Saturday with me, so I'll dive in with him later on more about team aspect of a lot of sports here. He does a great job as our AD and head football coach. Here's Hoke the corner to Young. Majahid fouls Eller. Majahid 4 fouls.
Yeah, I get to know Coach Morrell on a personal level. Great family, great morals he has. And he's here at 3:45 every day doing work. He works out, gets his work done for the day, and then he's in the hallway, always has a great mood, never tired. Just a great guy overall.
Yeah, in the hallways we have like a T set up in the hallways, always stands there, always greeting people, make sure people do the right thing, just does his job, dresses in a suit, and I think he doesn't have to, but I think that just says it all as Nick Senator's first time in the game, and he does draw the foul.
And that's one thing he takes pride in. He wants to be professional. Almost got hit with the ball right there.
All right, you got Eller right in front of us. Moves it over to Johnston. Guarded by Cramner. Cramner fouls, and looks like they're trying to get them to the line.
Yeah, I don't think that's the kid you want to foul. You probably want to face guard him.
I'm not really liking this idea. You're down 14, a minute 20 left. Time's your only factor for this game, and fouling, it stops time, but you're also down 14, and you're just going to give him free throws. Just Cramner now making a play on the ball, and he does end up fouling. Yeah, I don't really like this move West Effort is making, and Ryan Johnston will head to the line for a 1-and-1. It's like 3 points for Audubon, and Audubon is 50% from the foul line.
You are also putting their best shooter on the free throw line.
Yep.
Which I also agree. I don't like, but scraping for time here, trying to make the most out of this minute and 17 seconds you have left.
Yeah, and time's killing them, and the only thing to stop the time is fouls. So does not get the roll. All right, so it does work out in West Effort's favor. Here's Cramner, little 2, nice move, Can't finish. Rebound goes to Young. Trying to make a play on the ball, and they end up fouling. Yeah, I mean, there's a minute 4 left, down 14. I really wish they wouldn't foul. That'll be Radcliffe's first. We'll be heading to the line for another 1-and-1. This time it's Azon Young, who has 15 points, the young freshman.
Yeah, I believe we forgot to mention that Nick Senator had checked into the game, trying to get fouls, getting his first minutes in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Majad does has 4, so Nick Senator did come in for him. And Nick Senator, I mean, early in the season got a few starts with Mark got a little playing time. As Young makes that, 16 points for him. He hadn't seen the court much in the past couple games. Again, only a sophomore.
You got to give credit to Zaid Mujahid for that. He really got his role in the starting lineup. Worked hard, got confident.
Yeah, I mean, for a while there, he was bouncing around with starting lineups with Ryan Heenan, Zaid, and Nick Senator. Zaid finally solidifies his spot, as we do have a foul call on the floor. Finn King with his first foul. West Effort now into the bonus, down 16 with less than a minute left.
Another underclassman for Audubon and Finn King.
Yeah, I'm excited for next year for Audubon. They do look like they have a very good team. Senator makes his first points. Jalen Chandler for the Eagles is checking in the game along with Caden Allen.
Down 15, going to try to get the underclassmen some minutes here.
Really good move. Now Andre Johnson in the game. Really good move by Coach McEwen, down 16, a minute left. I mean, it's not, as a player, it's not the best coming in down 16 as Senator makes a second. It's not the best coming in the game down, but I mean, you want to get the young guys some playing time, see what they could do. Looks like Audubon might be doing the same thing, and he is Coach O'Donnell. All right, so we get to see some young guys. We saw some young ladies play the other night. For West Effort, we've seen the last about 2 minutes they played. All right, let's, sorry in advance because some of these players we do not have rostered because some are a part of the JV squad. And NJ.com is where quick shout out to NJ.com. I get all my statistics there, all rosters, everything. So this is where I do get all of my stats and everything. So NJ.com only has certain guys listed, mostly the guys that play a lot, and that's where I get. So sorry in advance if I do not have names for some of these Audubon players. Again, another shout out to Mr. Seeley and Mr. Gore, scoreboard and PA announcing also do a great job. I do have Liam Nixon now, who has the ball up top, over to Finn King, guarded by Ryan Heenan. A lot of players saying no foul. Over to Brandon Wilson. A lot of new players here for Audubon. Up top to Brandon Wilson. Travel call, turnover on Audubon. 10 turnovers now for Audubon. 10 turnovers. All right, here's Nick Senator calling it out of play. Over to Johnson. Andre Johnson trying to make something happen. Puts a nice move, pulls up for 3. Bang! Andre Johnson hits a 3. Nice move and smooth stroke from Andre Johnson. Now we got a turnover by Audubon. Audubon's second squad, second team players, third team players, looking a little sloppy. We got 5 seconds left. Let's see. Eagles down 11, see if we get a shot.
Johnson made that look really easy.
And it looks like they'll just dribble it out. That'll do it. Audubon Greenway 50, West Effort Eagles 39. For West Effort, Andre Johnson 3 points, Zaid Majad 3 points, Nick Senator 2. Aiden Cranmer had a night, 18 points. Corey Radcliffe 11, Mark Kozowski 2. 10 turnovers for the Eagles, 9 for 14 from the line for West Effort. And 3-point shooting, 3 for 9 for Audubon. 2 points from Luke Koch. Ryan Johnson had a night, 19. Joe Slavin, 2 points. Caleb Ellers, 10. 17 from the young freshman, Azon Young. We do have 11 turnovers for Audubon, 6 for 11 free throw shooting, 3-point shooting, 4 for 11. Quick shout out to the Lady Eagles basketball team for getting the win over the Green Wave.
Yeah, I mean, West Effort's win streak comes to an end after a night. It was just we started off slow, and
they lacked energy the whole game.
Yeah,
I want to make that point because I think that's
I
the main. Lacked focus, lacked the fundamentals.
I agree, and also, I mean, the thing that killed us was not being able to stop Ryan Johnson and Azon Young, and we've seen that a few times this year, where some good athletes come in from other schools.
I watch you guys on my iPad.
Thank you. Thanks for the support. Yeah, really good nights from the big three for Audubon. Ryan Johnston, Caleb Ellers, and Azon Young. Sorry if I'm getting a little interrupted. I got a couple of young fans. Like another thing I love to see, a couple of young fans saying he watches on his iPad. But also we got Ryan Cook and Joey Socorro.
Shout out to them. I looked in with them earlier today.
Yeah, but West Effort struggled fundamentals all game. I think it's just the big point energy. We've seen at the end we got to see some young players. They do end their win streak. They will, I believe, have a game on the 13th and the 14th of January. Hopefully, wish a best of luck to them. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for the live stream for the wrestling match versus Collingswood. If you are coming in to the Nest, make sure you wear white. Support the theme. Support Renaissance Club, who runs all that. Also support the boys who need a big time win over Collingswood. So that'll do it. West Effort loses 50-39 over the Green Wave. Hope everybody has a great night.